Hello, Synapse community. My name is Ryan Majitimer. I'm a product manager in the Azure Synapse Analytics team. Today I've got Wolfgang Strasser with me to kick off our Azure Synapse Analytics and Microsoft MVP video series. Each month in this series, I'll be hosting one of our MVPs to talk about something that they're passionate about. In this month's episode, we're going to be talking about Power BI and Synapse. Let me hand it over to Wolfgang for him to introduce himself. Welcome, Wolfgang.
Hello and welcome, friends of Synapse and Power BI. My name is Wolfgang. I'm a data platform MVP from Austria and I'm working as a data consultant. Today, I would like to show you two of my favorite technologies and how they work together. Synapse on the one hand and Power BI on the other hand. Let's dive into a demo and see how those two fit together. I've already opened Synapse Studio for you, and what we need to do first is we need to connect our Synapse environment with our Power BI environment. There are two options how we can create that connection. The first one is to create a linked service connection. So we can search for Power BI in that list and create a new linked service to Power BI. The second option is more prominent on the start page, is to use the visualize button over here. So we can create a new linked service using that button over here. What we need to do is we need to name it. We have to select the workspace name and create that one. That is the first part of the story. We need to publish that newly created linked service to our Synapse environment. So publish that one. And the connection is created. It takes some seconds, we have to wait, and Synapse and our Power BI environment and our Power BI workspace are connected. We can create and connect multiple connections between Synapse and Power BI. What I would like to do is I would like to analyze data now and create a Power BI report. I'm going to use some files in my data lake, and with the help of the SQL serverless pool, I am selecting and fetching the data out of those CSV files that are stored in the data lake. What I've also done is I've created a view in a SQL serverless database, Power BI and Synapse over here. And that view selects content from our files, adds some sort of schema and provides the information. We can select that view afterwards and we get the population data of Upper Austria. Up next, it's the Power BI connection. As you can see, I've connected one Power BI workspace to our Synapse environment. We can create multiple of those connections, but I'm going to stick to that first one over here. What we can do is we can have a look at the Power BI side. It's the same, like there's an already existing data set in here and then report. And what we can do next is let's create a Power BI data set. We have to select the source, and in my case I've got 4 Synapse SQL serverless databases, and Synapse provides us with a PBIDS file, a Power BI data source file. And if I open that one, Power BI Desktop starts up, it creates the connection, we have to authenticate over there, and next step, open and select those objects we want to integrate and import, either load or transform. I'm going to stick to the transform function. And the next part is import a direct query. And what is really interesting over here, we can do a direct query to that view that actually selects those files that are stored in the data lake. Let's add some data transformation, change the year to a character, rename the table, and close and apply. So create that data set over here. Up next, let's have a look at the data, put the year in here and the population of all our cities in Upper Austria. Let's see the overall population. It grows over time. That's good. Let's change the visualization, change the sorting, that it's sorted by year and sorted ascending over here. And we see the number of people living in Upper Austria. Let's add a slicer to that page, change it from a map to a slicer control, and add a search for my hometown. Filter to that one, and as we can see, well, the latest entry in that dataset is 2090. Roughly 4,000 people are living in my hometown. What I'm gonna do next, I added some measures and some images into that report, and we have to save it before we can publish it to our Power BI or the Synapse connection. Save that report, publish, select the name of the Power BI workspace, so it's the same we created the connection to. We wait for the publish, change over to the Synapse environment, hit close and refresh. And what we get? Hey, it's here. It's the newly created Power BI dataset. Let's refresh the number of reports. And let's try to open that report. And sometimes if you get an empty report after the publish, after the first time you try to open that one, head over to Power BI, hit refresh there, and change the settings of your dataset. So you have to edit the credentials, you have to switch the authentication method, set some settings, sign in, select the right user, and that should have done it. Well, switch back to Synapse. So it's completely integrated. The Power BI development is completely integrated. You don't have to switch tools. You can have a look at your report directly within Synapse Studio. And what is really, really nice, let's change view. Let's head over to Management Studio, change the query of our view. We can add wildcards to that view so that we are querying multiple files. Change the definition, switch over to Synapse Studio, hit refresh, and we've done the direct query over here, and we've got updated data in here. What you can also do is you can create a new Power BI report using the Visualize button. We've created the linked service to our Power BI environment, select the dataset, and it's the fully featured development of your Power BI report that is available within Synapse Studio. Everything integrated without the need to change your development environment. And with that, I'm at the end of that short worldwide tour through the Azure Synapse and Power BI integration. I hope you enjoyed it, and let's have fun with Power BI and Synapse better together.
I love how easy it is to integrate Power BI with Synapse to create and edit reports within Synapse Studio. So Wolfgang, what do you consider to be the biggest benefit of integration with Power BI and Synapse?
That's a tough one. But what I really like, it's the ease of use. When you've created the integration of Power BI into Synapse Studio, you do not have to switch tools afterwards. Power BI workspaces, they just appear within Synapse Studio. You can create your dataset because of that easy way of downloading that PBIDS file. And well, you don't have to switch tools. It's just there. It really makes your life as Power BI developer very, very easy. So I really like that. And Power BI and Synapse better together. Try it out.
Power BI and Synapse, better together. That's a great tagline for these products. Well, thanks for joining us today, Wolfgang. And we'd like to hear what your favorite parts of the Power BI integration are. Put them right in the comments for this video. We'd love to see them. Well, thanks for watching the first video in the Azure Synapse Analytics and Microsoft MVP video series. Again, my name is Ryan Magitimer. If you'd like to find me on Twitter, you can find me at rmagitimer. If you want to find Wolfgang on Twitter, you can find him at W Strasser. If you want to find Synapse on Twitter, you can find us at Azure_Synapse. Thanks for watching today, and we'll catch you on the next one.